and welcome to the stream. My name is Lee. We are having a very short stream today, but I wanted to have a little stream because I tend to. I missed an entire week of streaming essentially because of Thanksgiving and the surrounding things, and I want to get back into streaming. Fortunately, the unfortunate problem is that I have to work way earlier in the day. So we're doing. Um, um, so Yes. So that's the thing. We're going to do a very short stream. And because it's a short stream and I don't apparently know what I'm doing, what we're going to do is we are going to run an unboxing stream. Now, you might be thinking, um what possibly could you be unboxing? And the answer is I have no idea. It's from Duck Print Press. I forgot what I got from them. So it's going to be a surprise for me as well as you. I have a bunch of stuff from like Duck Print Press and from I think they're all Duck Print. Hang on. One of them is from eSpec Books. One's from Duck Print Press, and the other one is also eSpec Books. This one's a little thicker, so it might have more than one book in it. And the other one is also eSpec Books. So I have lots of fun stuff from all over the place that we are going to open up. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start with Duck Print Press because we only have one of those. Sorry. So, um, um, Yee. Okay. So, we have a box. It is from Duck Print Press. And I don't know what it is exactly, but, uh, I get a lot of Kickstarters. They are great people. And hello, Clockwocket. I'm doing a very abridged stream today. The filming of the WLA news segment went long, but we got, it got started late and we took a while. We needed a couple takes. But we have WLA news stream, so that's fun. And Game of Tomes is officially over. Um, so that's a little sad, but you know, we're still doing lore videos and stuff. A little bit of RP, including a little RP with Flopbugger, but that's yeah, we're doing a lot of public news segments. We're doing all of the cool lore videos now. So I'm opening the tape. I don't have any scissors, so what I'm doing is just stretching the tape until it stretches. So I figured I'd do an unboxing. And it's a book. I know for a fact it's one of those books. I got a lot of books from Duck Print Press and eSpec Book. So and I haven't opened them yet. So I figured, let's do an unboxing stream. We'll do this one and maybe we'll do one of the others. We'll see. But this is from Duck Print Press. And I'm trying not to show the back. Ooh, okay. So, Scholarly Pursuit. Okay, so, you ready? Um, Here we go. They sent it in bubble wrap. Cool about that. This one. I know I have no room in this place, but I do enjoy the Tattoo Dead Tree versions of books. So this one's called Scholarly Pursuits. It is a book by a queer anthology of cozy academia stories. It's got a dragon on the cover, which is pretty cool with a little mouse. I don't know if you can see particularly well, but Duck Print Press presents 22 delightfully fluffy, happy, odd, snug, and cozy stories about queer characters pursuing academic excellence. The field research shenanigans to cooking from field research shenanigans to cooking adventures, from space station education departments to eldritch libraries, creators brought their vivid imaginations to life in these charming fantasy and science fiction stories. Settle into your favorite research corral or prepare to read on the sky under your desk as you join us for Scholarly Pursuits, a queer anthology of cozy academic stories. Carol. Okay, I need to look up a word. We're going to do an ad break. Okay. But let me. Um, let's see. Oh, I don't know. Um, I know exactly what it is now. I don't know how to pronounce it. A particular, let's see, a L. Carol. Carol?
Carol.
Carol. Okay, it is called Carol. I was right on that. Okay. Um, according to Cambridge Dictionary. Arrol. Yes, Carol. Yep. Carol is the UK pronunciation. Curl?
Carol.
Carol. It's more Carol in English, American. Okay. All right. Okay, we got an ad break. Let me do some stretches. On your. Okay, maybe put socks, actually, now that I'm thinking. Semi-frame. Ooh. You know, sorry. There was a heated argument on how to pronounce a certain type of nut, but. Okay. And we should be back from the ad break. I have socks on now, which we'll need for work. And so, Carol is that, those little, they know how in libraries they have those little desk things that have the two partitions on either side so you can have a bunch of workstations and you can have a little privacy in your work, even though you have a bunch of. They're mostly found in library computer labs. Um, but yeah, that is what that is. So we learned a new word today. I knew they existed. I used a bunch in college, but I never realized they had a name. There's a weird lump here. I don't. Oh, hey! They sent me a sticker. They sent me little bat stickers. Okay, I got little bat stickers that came with the book. Isn't that cute? Okay, that's fun. Yeah, exciting. So that's fun. So maybe we could do another one. I have a whole bunch to do. I could read some of this. I don't know if I have a time to. Let's see. What do we got? At least we can read the table of contents. Courtship by Marginalia. Eliza J. Fitzwilliam. The Case of the Lost Grimoire by Robin S. Blackwood. What We Call Ourselves by Lionel Loy. Hi! That's okay. I don't have any tea either. I do have hydration liquid, which is water with a few drops of strawberry starburst flavoring in it. So whatever beverage you have, although you should hydrate. It's important, but whatever beverage you have is fine. But I just did an unboxing because I don't know what else to do, and I got a bunch of books. I had to switch the stream to earlier, and our filming went late, so I can't do much of a stream at all. But I wanted to do at least a little bit of a unboxing stream, and just to get back into the habit of streaming, I'm gonna have to shift the streams up earlier in the day for purposes because that's kind of I have to go to work. I have to go catch the bus in 20 minutes. So, but I wanted to show you all this. Also, maybe I should change our Sarapata logo back to the regular one. Now that we've basically the Game Tomes is over. The competition is won. I think we haven't done the final tally, so we don't know if we beat the Undead or not. But we shall see on that front. Hopefully we beat the Undead. I think so. I got 75,000 words. I had to write to get that. I had to write 10,000 words in one day, and that was fun. That was my Sunday. Was I my friends went to breakfast without me. I was salty about that. Went to church and then went and just wrote all day. It was an intense day actually. But so yeah, that was intense, and then Monday was, you know, I don't usually stream Mondays, and then I was like, okay, we haven't done any streaming in a while, and I need to get back in the habit of it. So I figure a short stream today after filming, and oh, the WLA news will be put up on the. We have to finish captioning the first one, and then we're going to release the second one. Once that gets put together, they have to add, you know, after the filming, there's a little bit of we have to do several takes. So of the second, yes, absolutely. If you are streaming when I'm not at work, which is unfortunately a thing, a lot of cool people stream while I'm at work. But if you are streaming when I'm not at work, drop me a line and I will come by because it's fun. Always support friends who stream. Um, Goes for anyone, and you can put it on the if you're on the Discord, you can put the streams up. Um, there you go. Yeah, if you're on the Discord, you can put your streams up when you're streaming, so everyone on the Discord knows, because you know, fun stuff. Like, and that's how I hear about all the stuff Chantel officially publishes. I think I bought one of them actually, the Cyclops one, which I kind of want to play. Not gonna lie. Because it was this close to getting bronze bestseller, and I was just like, all right, I'll get it, or copper, and then I got it and looked through, and I was like, oh, this is actually cool. You do some good stuff. I will say, I usually get all the bonuses. Oh, we do sometimes put some of your stuff up when I'm doing my, hey, let's go through the files and see all the fun RPG stuff that I never look at, that I've gotten and haven't gotten actually a chance to use. And you had some fun monsters that we did because I get them all because of the Patreon thing. But oh yes, I was reading the what's it's from here. We got distracted. We did. I get distracted very easily. As anyone who streams regularly will know, or who watches these streams regularly will know. Let's see. So there's Beautiful and True by Mare Griffin. What We Call Ourselves by Lionel Loy. Living Legends by Nicola Capron. Writ of Evocation by D.E. Towery. Belonging by Swev. It's definitely a pen name. I don't know. I wonder if they have author bios. Do they have author? Oh, they have tags. They do the same thing fanfiction does, where which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing as such, letting people know what they're getting into before they get into it. Is there are some pros and cons to it, but you know, warnings are definitely, like, if there's going to be anything really graphic, you do kind of want to tell people, yes, there is graphic sex scenes, and yes, there's murder and violence. Don't read this if that's not your vibe. That, I think, is fair. Tags are a little... I mean, it's interesting to know. So they have a lesbian couple in the background, also. Fun notes. Oh, for Marginalia, but I wanted to see if they have... According to my Marginalia, I wanted to see if they had author bios in anywhere. Just because that, no, it doesn't look like it, because I would be curious as to know why someone would call themselves Swerve. But Field Research by Daywalker. Cat in the Library by Bettina Uzak, I believe. Some Strange Alchemy by Rosen Goodfellow. Fair Winds and Fortune by Maggie Page. C8H10N402 chemical formula. That would be chlorophyll. By Mina Kremek. Life Cycle of Leaf Sprites by Zell Howland. Queenwright by Lee Pinney. 2 E's. Same spelling. Partnered by Cassia King. Late or Never by Evie Dean. A Clockwork Warmth by Jessica Mason. Curatorial Puzzle of the Heart by Robin Huntington. Family Meal by Shannon Lippert, I should say. Historians by Indigo J.H. Also interesting. I've never seen initials, or rarely see initials at the back, usually at the front. And then the last name is the initial, the full one, but I've never seen initials at the back. But Indigo. I guess here's an interesting question. Well, most Asian they natively use scripts other than English, so I don't know if there is an equivalent of doing initials for your given name. Would they be in the back because of how they do names? An interesting question, but if you write in scripts, well, I guess Japanese does have the writing system of Latin script as one of their three writing systems, so maybe I do not know. That is a question, or whether they just don't do the initial thing. Um, and whether that's not a thing people do in other, because that might be culturally, might be a British American or even European thing to do initials and then surnames. Anyway, we got on a tangent, didn't we? Um, Escape the Stacks by V. Sloan. Two E's. V like Lee, but with a V. And Caffeine and the Unsleeping by Lucy K. R. Also put initials on the back. That is interesting. That is a. I mean, I've seen one usually. Like usually, if you do initials on the back, it's one initial, and I've never seen it as an authorship thing. Like I've never. Yeah, putting one like Caitlin S. Yeah, no, putting one initial on the end is a thing people do, especially in grade school. But um, I've never seen two. You see one usually, not two. That is interesting. I suppose if you have some kind of hyphen name, though, that makes sense to put two. But you never ever see that in okay, not never, but clearly there's some here. But that you rarely see that in authorship, and certainly not with two. Unusual. And two different people on the list did it that way. So, I mean, you can credit a story to whoever you like. I've certainly used a pen name or two in my day, but and technically my own name is a pen name because I didn't change it legally, but it's still interesting. Or would my dead name count as it? That's an interesting question. If you legally change your name and don't change the attribution of your stories, does your dead name then count as a pen name? That is a question and a half. We'll have to ask a lawyer. But that is interesting. And then the other, yes, Caffeine and Sleeping. And then, they have it about the author section on 375. Let's see, 375. They do have an about the author section, which proves you should read the table of contents. They put them all at one place instead of, let's see. Since they were a child, their first, these them, is a writer of a decade of fan fiction under her belt. Let's see. Doctoral student humanities. Let's see. That's Eliza J. Fitzwilliam. They're in alphabetical order based on name Indigo J.H. Queer disabled writer in their early 20s, living in Vancouver, BC. Interesting. That's Indigo J.H. And then Lucy K.R. Ooh, this is interesting. This is a letter they put as their bio. I would like to register a complaint in regards to one Lucy K.R., who I understand this press has been publishing. I certainly hope that you are simply unenlightened as to the storied nature of this individual, and I shall attempt to ensure that my concerns are enumerated thoroughly so as better educate you. Whose pronouns are she, her, chose to forego publishing under a more common first initial, middle initial, full last name moniker simply because she thought the universe was funny. Oh, so that's the only reason. Okay, so that's why she did it. Hi! Elkintar, welcome! I'm doing a super abbreviated unboxing stream of this new book called Scholarly Pursuits, which is an anthology by Duck Print Press that I happened to just... it's Duck Print Press. I pre-ordered, either pre-ordered back the Kickstarter, I can't remember. That's the way Duck Print Press does a lot of their books, as pre-order so that they can raise the money to do the print runs and get a vibe of how many people want them. But Duck Print Press does sell their books usually as well. They maintain a little bit of stock, so you can get copies of, I think so. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, Duck Print Press does a lot of fun queer, let's see, duckprintpress.com. No, it is not. Let's see. Duckprintpress.com. Apparently it works when you go through that way. Okay. Crowdfunding. They're crowdfunding for another hour or two. You can get Monster Erotica, which I've done. Releases for November. New releases for October. Oh, they have Pride Dragon stickers. So they do like fun little stickers. A lot of Pride flags. and they have Pride Dragons right now, that they sell with their books. That's their big thing, is telling queer stories. Okay, let's see. Autopsy. Ooh, that's just art. New releases of September. Name to call. Yes. Ooh, a whole guide on navigating author and press. Bright artwork. Like, business. Find us on social media and elsewhere. Let's see if they have. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go. Books. Um, character features. Yes, hang on. Let's see. Yes. Let's see if we can't find a good. Not that one. Oh, anthology. Here we go. Anthologies. Here we go. Yes, they have. Many Hands. Aether Beyond the. They don't have it up yet. They have and Seek Not to the Altar. Seek Not to Alter Me. No, they don't have it up here yet. But okay, I'm gonna put Duck Print Press. I'm gonna link Duck Print Press. I'm sure they'll have it. Eventually they'll put it up on the website because I think it's fairly new. Okay, let me put a. I will put a link in the chat, and I will put one up on the Discord as well. And that's very helpful. Discord hand. My Discord. Alright, yes. Duck Print Press, yes. So Duck Print Press, yeah, it's the new one from Duck Print Press, and they don't have it up on the website yet, but they will, I'm sure, at some point. And if you go to any convention that has a booth there, you can ask about it. I've gotten some of their work. They do some fun stuff. I just picked their next one, honestly, but yes. Yeah. So that's this one. But yes. So one of the teeth with the initials afterward was simply because they thought it was funny. The other one, go JH, is we were looking up the author's European writer in her mid-30s. Yeah, it doesn't say anything specific as to why she just decided to do it as short, but you know. Indigo JH is queer disabled writer in the early 20s. Yeah. Unceded territories. But writing stories with the disability representation, they didn't always have, so they them as well. They didn't specify why they did the initials that way. But still, Duck Print Press does a lot of really fun things. And if you guys want, I can do living, like, read-alouds at some point, if you want. But I need to go to work, because we have to go in early today. And I didn't have a lot of time to stream, but I wanted to do at least a little bit of a stream, because I miss having streams. So, Discord is where you can find me. And tomorrow we're going to actually start earlier. I started late because of, I'm going to start at noon tomorrow, I think. That's the goal. Because then way I actually have a full hour to stream. Maybe even 11:30. We'll put more up on the Discord. But yeah, 11:30. We're going to start. We're going to start starting at that right around then. Thank you all for coming. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourselves. And I'm not even going to raid because I don't have time. But thank you so much, very much. And have a good time.